I wonder if our spiritual growth in life is a function, in part, of how our minds manage psychological pain. I was thinking about this idea because I woke up with a bad dream this morning. The dream itself was nonsensical, as dreams usually are, and I don't want to make too much of it. In the dream, a hostile woman, perhaps 7 feet tall, was troubling me, and eventually, in anger, I yelled at her, "It is all your borderline stuff," or something to that effect. By borderline, I had meant borderline personality disorder. Now, the actual borderline personality disorder is a clinical syndrome, and we will leave that alone as I am confining my thoughts to the spiritual or mystical, and don't mean to give any medical advice. I wonder if the regular people have, in their general pains in life, all have a sort of proto-borderline structure in their sense of self. Although my construct of the hypothetical proto-borderline is based on the idea of an emptiness inside, a void, it may be better to construct this internal self as the formation of deterrence and deference of pain inside us. Bad memories, or ideas that are full of spikes and thorns. What does the brain do with a thorn inside it? I know what the mind does. It tries to avoid it. The self moves away, moves inward, the self, or sense of self, shrinks and gets smaller and smaller, forming the dark void of self, which for us, in our defined spiritual view, is an empty soul. Now the mind of the brain tricks itself, constantly. We suppress or repress psychological ideas of pain, and we feel that these things cannot bother us, or affect us. But what if they do affect us? I have not met a single person in life that is entirely healthy, not one. Perhaps, just perhaps, none of us can deal with pain. Pain has destroyed us all. It is just that our threshold for a healthy mind is so low. There are adversaries in life, humans or spiritual beings, that mean to implant a thorn, that is pain in the form of a memory of whatever kind, inside the mind of the brain. The hope, by the adversary, is that the mind will accept it into the bed of memories. And here I think of another fallacy of thought by perhaps everyone. It is the idea that one must keep memories, as though it is the natural state or process. But what if this is entirely wrong? Forgetting must be the catalyst for a healthy mind and hence healthy spirituality. But one may ask, how does one even forget? My brain does not let me forget. I had read somewhere that the Lord had told someone, I have to remove some of the memories, otherwise they will affect your destiny. Apparently memories can affect, perhaps destroy, destinies. Keeping all our memories is not a natural state. We implant the painful template by believing it, especially in our insecurity. We remove or forget the thorns in our mind by a mechanical, an organic, as it were, process. We focus on stillness, we reset our mind by thinking nothing, in our meditations, on the platform for awareness of our true exquisite self, an image of ourselves. Because without this platform we cannot forget. It needs an exchange, a permission. I think, from a mystical view, that our thoughts create thought forms. These are living forms, with shapes, with substance, that follow us around and hover in the spiritual domains over our lives. They will dissipate when we forget the painful template. Otherwise we, ourselves, sustain them, and give them a right. I think of a dream I had some time ago. I went through some portal, saw Jesus, who took me to some king in heaven, who gave me something. But while there I asked Jesus about a specific problem I had in life with someone on earth. Jesus seemed to convey to me that there was still a connection between me and that person, who was a sort of enemy. I am starting to think that this mysterious connection has something to do with my brain, by my mind keeping this memory, which, in turn, keeps activating the past into the realness of the future, with its vectors and strings. So I must stand in newness, which has a qualitative and quantitative substance, but this newness implies I must start to forget some things. You are not stronger than your memories. Your brain is tricking you.